Okay, One Piece chapter 940. So it definitely looks like one of the things that Oda is trying to do is recreate that magic from Impel Down going into Marineford, and I gotta say I'm okay with it. So it looks like, you know, with this huge war that is coming, Luffy once again is gonna basically run the gauntlet. Hopefully this time he doesn't end up with having a close ally getting a fist through the chest like he did with Ace. But Luffy, like I thought he would, is going to end up going to all these various jails and trying to break everybody out. Luffy's going to have a lot of people that are going to be at his beck and call, and Luffy's going to be able to kind of stand up. It's one of those kind of strength in numbers things right there, and I'm okay with it. And even though these people more than likely they're only going to be doing so because of the loyalty to the Kozuki clan, the thing I can definitely say is that the way that Oda's kind of set this up is Oda's put it on the table to where, because Luffy has so many powerful allies there, and because when you look at the forces that he has, and because he has the Straw Hat Pirates with him, unlike Marineford, Luffy is going to actually pull this off because he tried to do everything alone at Marineford. Now, I know that Luffy had people that came with him, but Luffy didn't expressly say, I'm going to take these folks and we're going to work together in the sense that we're all comrades and all arms and we're all equal. You know, once they got there, you know, a few of those dudes, they broke off, they tried to do their own thing. You know, Crocodile was trying to get into his own fights. I mean, this is one of those times where when you look at Luffy, Luffy has his crew, he has Law's crew, he has Kinemon, and everybody that's going to be following Kinemon, everybody is going to be working towards the same singular goal. Nobody's going to break off and do their own individual thing. And I think that what Oda's showing you is that, much like how you see in shonens, once the main character is in a position to where he has his true friends around him, his true friends, not people that just randomly popped up or their interests happen to align, but people that have been around on the hero's journey from the beginning. Once all that happens, typically things fall into the place exactly how you need them to. And so I think that Oda's actually setting up a pretty decent payoff right here. And I like how you get this moment where, you know, Luffy's like, okay, if we're going to tear this place down, everybody's going to join our side. We got this. And Luffy is like, look, there are 4 emperors of the sea. I got to whip all their asses so I can become the king of the pirates. And I like how even the former Yakuza is saying like, oh shit, that's kind of like Roger. And so I like how they're once again kind of throwing the parallel in there that, as a reminder, Luffy, if I'm not mistaken, is on the same path that the king of the pirates once took. And so it's kind of symbolic in the way that, you know, Luffy is going down the exact same road. And so what I like here is that on top of just getting those symbolisms in there, you also have the moment where Luffy is once again looking at a former enemy and saying like, yeah, I know you did some foul stuff when we were going to Fishman Island, but you know, it is what it is, man. Like if you change your ways, Caribou, I have no problem with you actually joining up for the short time period. And so you're seeing how everything is starting to click into place, and it's one of those times where I still don't think Luffy can actually defeat Kaido, but I do think that Oda is giving Luffy one hell of a fighting chance. I think he's giving him one hell of a fighting chance. I still think that he's going to lose, because I realize I've been downplaying these 4 emperors. I really realize that I've been downplaying them at this point. So it's going to be interesting to see what kind of plan Law fully has to where they're going to be able to stand up against Kaido. Because if Kaido's going to be defeated, it's going to be strategy. It's not going to be brute force that actually brings them down. And so I like how they're trying the whole strength in numbers thing, but they're also trying the fact that, like, look, you know, when people have something that they are fighting for, when so many people are united around one cause, it's dangerous. And the fact that Kaido's kept these people suppressed for 20 years by using somebody like Orochi, people that conspired against Orochi, it's one of those things where when you really just sit down and look at it, that's 20 years worth of rage. Some of them are probably gonna be old, but there's also going to be people that are on the younger side that have been waiting for this very fucking moment to show up. And so it's going to be interesting to see 20 years worth of rage and frustration starting to bubble and burn out. And so I thought that that was actually pretty cool. I also like the plot twist that, you know, like the goofy looking dude that was always smiling and laughing, that he was actually Otoko father. And so that's crazy. I thought that that was interesting that she was the daughter this whole time, because I'm like, as soon as they say it, I'm like, oh shit, I can kind of see it. You know, their smiles kind of line up. And even Usopp says, well, you know, that guy, he really did laugh a lot. And she laughed a lot too. And you see the connection. And you find out that the whole time when she's making her money in the capital because her father had to sell her, she's sending the money back. And instead of him actually holding on to that money himself, he's redistributing the wealth. And that's like, that's some real shit. Because when you're in a situation like what you have there in Wano, like it's one of those things where you're better off if you take the money and you use it for yourself. You'll be able to have everything that you want and everything that you need. You won't want for anything. And this dude's like, how can I myself enjoy a life of luxury or enjoy a life where I don't really need for much when there's so many people around me that are suffering? And that open-heartedness, that is to be commended, because not everyone is going to jump to that conclusion. So I thought that was actually really great of a reveal right there. I thought that was a really great reveal. And it's one of those things where, you know, I'm a very jaded person. I'm just going to keep it honest with you. I'm very jaded. You know, half the time I expect the worst out of people. And I mean, I've changed over recent years. I mean, I expect the worst out of people. And if they just do something below the worst, it's like, okay, you cleared the bar, whatever. Like with this is somebody that genuinely makes you wish that there were more people like this in our world. Maybe they are. Maybe I just haven't met them. But, you know, what I like, though, is how Oda just throws that in there. And, you know, Oda is once again teaching without actually getting on the soapbox and preaching to you. So I thought that was kind of nice right there. I also thought it was kind of funny how when Nami was talking, Nami said, yeah, if I was being tortured, I'd last totally 3 seconds. Like, I thought that was kind of cool, man. And, you know, we find out that, you know, Law was essentially pissed off because, you know, they doubted his comrades. But you look at it, you know, again, Law had every reason to get upset, but it's just like, at the same time, Law is such a calculated person. I really feel like he has no room to stand on here because, again, if the shoe was flipped and it looked like the Straw Hats gave up, I don't necessarily know if Law would be 100% bought in on that. I think if Luffy stood up to him, that Law might go along with it, but if the exact roles were reversed and it was somebody in Luffy's crew, I don't think Law would 100% be okay with, you know, just giving them the benefit of the doubt. So, you know, my chapter questions actually centered around that. So how do you guys feel about there already looking like there are small cracks in the alliance of Law and Luffy, which already wasn't actually that perfect? Let me know down in the comment section below. But as always, guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching to the end. Have an awesome day, guys.